Hey everyone, and welcome back to The Explainer. Today, we are setting the stage for an absolutely exhaustive, frankly mind-bending journey into the ancient, esoteric mechanics behind the biblical narrative of Joseph feeding Egypt. Look, we aren't just looking at a dusty history lesson today. We're treating this text as what it really is, a profound, highly detailed structural blueprint of our cosmic infrastructure. Literally, we are going to decode the hidden mechanics of how sustenance and life force actually enter our universe. It is going to be an incredible ride.
Our story starts with this profoundly emotional physical hook, right? You have the aging patriarch Jacob, who has spent decades mourning, finally discovering that his long-lost son Joseph is actually alive. Okay, let's dive into this, because according to the deep secrets of the Zohar, this isn't just a feel-good story of political triumph or a dramatic family reunion. When the Zohar states, "From him the world is sustained," it is revealing a massive hidden reality. Joseph becoming the ultimate provider for Egypt? That is just the physical manifestation of the reactivation of a cosmic server. It's a perpetual energy node coming back online that literally feeds and sustains all of creation.
So, here is our system blueprint for today. 1. We'll look at the cosmic famine. 2. The anatomy of the Sephiroth. 3. Joseph as the vital conduit. 4. The covenant protocol. And 5. Reactivating the grid.
All right, let's jump right into Section 1, the cosmic famine, and what disconnection from the source really means.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the contrast between the literal story we all know and the hidden mechanics detailed in texts like the Pardes Rimonim. You see, in ancient mystical texts, a famine isn't just about a lack of rain or bad agriculture. It represents a literal disruption in the spiritual supply chain. It's a severed connection between the infinite, higher realms and our physical world. On the surface, the physical narrative just shows Joseph as the viceroy, distributing physical grain to a starving Egypt. But the Kabbalistic reality? The secret Yesod? Joseph acts as the cosmic foundation. He is the active distributor of infinite life force down to the lower worlds. His physical actions on Earth mirror his exact spiritual function in the cosmos.
Let's move on to Section 2, Anatomy of the Sephirot, or as we're calling it today, the Cosmic Network.
To really grasp what Joseph is doing here, we have to look at the Kabbalistic tree of life, the Sephirot. But we need to look at it not as some abstract, untouchable philosophy, but as a vast, buzzing, interconnected cosmic energy grid that requires absolute, perfect alignment to function. We can actually explain the Sephirot entirely in modern tech terms. Take Jacob representing Tiferet. This is your central processing hub. It's the core processor where this beautiful balancing green harmony resides. Down at the bottom, we have Malchut, which represents the multicolored vitality of our physical world, the end-user receiver. And sitting directly between them, connecting the two, is Joseph, representing Yesod. He is the vital router, the exact point of translation between that processing hub and the physical receiver.
Let's define Yesod a bit more explicitly. Yesod literally translates to foundation. It is the ninth Sephirot. I want you to think of it as the centralized channel, the perpetual energy server that gathers all the higher light from the previous 8 nodes and transmits it straight into the physical dimension. Mystically, because it's the ninth channel, it actually doubles its power to perfectly express all 10 Sephirot. It's funneling this unimaginably bright, brilliant white life force from above straight down into our physical realm.
Which brings us to Section 3, Joseph, the vital conduit.
Let's move to and see how this builds, because Joseph isn't just casually associated with Yesod, he is the absolute embodiment of it. Mystically speaking, he stands like a radiant pillar, with literal rivers of abundance flowing from him out into the world. He completely represents the structural integrity of this cosmic energy flow. Watch how this circuit operates top-down. Step 1. The higher Sephirot generate infinite energy. Step 2. Tiferet, Jacob, balances and processes that raw energy. Step 3. Yesod, Joseph, channels and directs the flow downward. And Step 4, Malchut, creation, receives the sustenance. Now think about it. If Step 3, Joseph, goes offline, the entire system crashes. The energy has nowhere to go, the flow stops, and the lower worlds quite literally starve. The specific energy flowing through this system is called Shefa, or divine sustenance. But for our purposes, I want you to think of Shefa as pure cosmic data throughput. It is the continuous, completely uninterrupted life force that sustains all existence. When Joseph was lost to Jacob, the Shefa was severely throttled. That vital connection was severed. So the famine down in Egypt, that was just a physical symptom of this massively blocked data flow up in the higher dimensions.
Moving to Section 4, the Covenant Protocol.
So, you might be wondering, how does a massive system like this protect itself to ensure its data remains perfectly uninterrupted? Well, in Hebrew, the Covenant Protocol is known as the Brit. You can think of the Brit essentially as an uptime protocol. It acts as a highly secure cryptographic protocol that guarantees 100% stable transmission of Shefa. It prevents any hostile interception by negative forces, basically spiritual hackers in the higher realms. And here is where it all connects. Joseph's legendary discipline, his ability to resist intense temptation and maintain his moral integrity while enslaved in Egypt, that was the exact mechanism that kept this cosmic protocol secure and unhackable. His personal, physical purity maintained the universe's energetic uptime.
I absolutely love this next part because it brilliantly illustrates how universal these concepts are. Let's look at two analogies. If we look at the video game version of this concept, Joseph is basically the central life source node. Once he's confirmed active, he instantly restores health regeneration and resource flow across all map regions. Boom, the game is playable again. In the cosmic engineering version, he's the core infrastructure server, maintaining continuous data throughput, utilizing a secure covenant protocol to ensure zero interruption in supply. It is amazing. Ancient mysticism operates on the exact same structural logic as our most advanced modern digital architectures.
And finally, Section 5, reactivating the grid.
This brings us to the ultimate cinematic climax of the narrative. It is the exact moment the broken connection is finally repaired after decades of absolute darkness. Picture the scene in your mind. The brothers return from Egypt. They walk up to their grieving father and they utter just 3 words to Jacob. Od Yosef Chai. Joseph is still alive. The texts say that as Jacob hears this, his face literally lights up with revived life. Why? Because this isn't just good news that his kid is breathing. It is the ultimate system alert. The server is back online. The Sephirotic grid reconnects instantly, and rivers of abundance begin rushing from the Yesod pillar back into the world, nourishing nations, flourishing fields, and sending a pulse of continuous life through creation.
So, the crucial point is right here in the math. The Hebrew word for life, chai, as in Od Yosef Chai, has a numerical value of 18. When Yaakov hears that Yosef has life, it means the energetic flow of 18 is utterly uninterrupted. It means the Yesod channel is actively pulsing continuous bright white vitality right through the green harmony of Tiferet, straight into the multicolored vibrant life of creation. The entire connection is fully restored. Which leaves us with this final, profound thought to chew on. We've just seen that human actions, like Joseph's unwavering integrity, are exactly what maintain this massive cosmic engineering. So if our actions mirror this spiritual infrastructure, what daily protocols are you running? How are you ensuring your own personal network remains open, secure, and constantly flowing with life? It's a pretty incredible way to look at the choices we make every single day. Thank you for joining us for this complete journey through the Pardes. We hope these ancient truths help you and your family improve your own dimensions this week. If you enjoyed this full chapter deep dive, please like, subscribe, and share which part of the journey touched your soul in the comments. We'll see you in the next chapter.